Good morning. The wheel is turning. The wheel is turning. I'm just going to wait till it tells me I'm live. And now it says you're alive. Good morning, good morning. Happy Fairy Friday. It's Margaret Sample coming to you live from the beautiful, especially this morning, beautiful region of Niagara in Ontario, Canada. I keep looking over here because that is where my window is. As you can see, that beautiful light is brighter than this ring light over here that I've got. But anyway, enough about that. I try to come to you every week with messages from the fairy kingdom using Brian Froud's beautiful Fairy Oracles deck. And we'll see who is going to come. I always like to say a couple of things. One is, sometimes I see comments and sometimes I don't see them until afterwards, but I really appreciate getting them. That's quite wonderful. And the other thing that you need to know is whether you are seeing this live or whether you are seeing this on replay, it's come to you for a reason. The message today is for you. So I hope that it will make sense for you. And what Leah says, my Wi-Fi keeps pausing. Good morning, Leah. And sorry, I'm in the country and it's really windy. So if it goes in and out, hopefully you still get the message. And maybe it will work better on replay later on because it's not pausing on me. So we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't boot me off. Last week, even though there's a setting where it says if live's video connection ends end video, and I have that turned off so that it should keep streaming. But last week it did boot me out. So just the magic of technology. So, and I was going to say I do love the little thumbs ups and the little hearts. And just see how that goes. Okay, so shuffling the cards to see who is going to come and bring us our message today. Sometimes they come right away. Oh, there we go. Oh. This is awesome. Solus. We have not had him for ages. Solus, number 13 in the Fairy Oracles card. Solus is one of the singers of the realm. And the singers of the realm are, they're kind of in another dimension. So they're also called in other traditions angels, gods, divas. They are just in a slightly different cosmos than humans and fairies. Humans and fairies live in worlds where we have limitations and boundaries, but the singers of the realms, no boundaries, no restrictions, no constrictions, okay? And they are here for us. When we need help, we ask for help. They give us help. And then we all we need to do is ask, be open to receiving, and then express gratitude. Okay, gratitude's always really important with singers of the realm or any of that ilk of being. It's just gratitude, right? Just be thankful. The singers are kind of like the underlying song rhythm of the universe. And they show us, humans and fairy folk, the potential we have of what we could ultimately become as we, raise our vibration to return to source, right? They help us move in those directions higher, and they help us when we fall off the path. Now, whenever any of these singers shows up in a reading, it means there are really powerful processes being worked through, and that we have very powerful assistance from whoever is showing up. So let me just check over here. Okay, there we go. And So here's Solus, and of course the sun, right? And I'm hearing so strongly, here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. So it's just a very positive, affirming card for us to have today. Solus is about knowledge, consciousness, synthesis, and spiritual empowerment. And what's interesting about Solus is he is one of the singers of the realm, but he kind of dwells between the realm of the singers and the worlds of manifest reality where humans and fairies dwell, right? And what if you look at him, you see where there's the glowing orb, it's just about at his heart chakra, where I imagine his heart would be. If he were human or a fairy being, probably be there. And what's interesting about the heart chakra is, in the traditional system, right, the basic system, there are 7 chakras, and so the heart is the center. It connects the 3 above with the 3 below, and it sort of is where we synthesize everything together. So that's part of what's going on with him. If you don't know what you need or where to turn to Solus and ask Solus for help, because Solus will always help us when we ask. I'll look at his eyes, right? I just love how clear and calm, and it's almost like he's looking right into you, right? He is encouraging us to stand on our own 2 feet, utilize our own wisdom, depend on our own strength, and acknowledge and work with our own good qualities. Now, each person is unique, right? We're all different. We've all got different strengths and weaknesses, and he's here to say, come on, be who you are. Take ownership of who you are. Now, at the same time, Solus recognizes that we can't do everything alone. We can't do everything, but we certainly can't do everything alone. And so he helps us to make that connection and to have the insights to accept wisdom, energy, and assistance from other people and other realms, and particularly for you folks, the fairy folk, the fairy realm. Okay? Solus reminds us to have faith in the human spirit. And sometimes these days, I know a lot of us are going, what is going on with people? Wherever you fall, in whatever political or whatever spectrum, everyone is kind of wondering what's going on with all of us. Have faith. Have faith in the human spirit. Because at heart, we are trying our best. We hope we are trying our best. And people watching this video, I can guarantee you, you're doing your best you're trying to be better, right? Solus also reminds us to be empowered by trust in the creative life force. We trust the sun is going to come up tomorrow. We trust the moon is going to go through its cycles. We trust the earth is going to go through its cycles. We just had equinox here in the northern hemisphere, fall equinox down south, spring equinox. That halfway point, that point of that balance, right? So that creative life force, trust it and utilize it. You have a little idea for something, play with it. Play with it. I always say, play with something before you work with something. Cards, paint, whatever it is, play with it. Play with it. Now, when Solus appears, it usually indicates that something new is being brought into our lives. And that could be partly through our own efforts or partly through help from other realms, the fairies, the singers. And particularly with Solus, miracles miracles may occur. And what's better than a miracle, right? Movement into light is happening. This is a time for taking action, for passing on our blessings and learning to others. And it's a time for giving service from a place of strength. Okay, do what you do from a place of strength, standing on your own 2 feet. Now, if you are feeling that everything is dark and dreary, ask Solus for help. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Right? That was 3 keys. But anyway, it's been, in many senses, even though it's been summer, there has been that sort of dark night of the soul feeling going on around for a lot of people. Let go of that. Let go of that. It's time to bring in the sunshine, okay? Ask Solus for help. Because even when we don't see it, the sun is always there. Behind the clouds, on the other side of the earth, so we don't see it at night, but the sun is there. And Solus is here to help us. I just have a comment here. Oh, Amanda needed to hear this. You're very welcome. It's because it's time. It's time, folks. Okay? Sometimes we do things. I'm just getting all chills. Sometimes we do things we don't want to do, but we know it's the right thing, or we don't want to do it because it's scary. So usually we don't want to do things because it's scary or we're lazy, right? But with the sun energy, with Solus energizing us, we can move forward. We can stand on our own 2 feet. We can use our knowledge, our consciousness, our spiritual empowerment. We can synthesize what we know from the spirit and mind with what we know from our body. And we can move forward. Oh, and miracles are going to happen. I really feel they will. It always says, miracles may occur. Recognize the miracles around you in the everyday. There are so many miracles if we just look for them and we say, instead of going, oh yeah, no big deal. The butterfly came out of the cocoon, which was goop. Before that was a caterpillar. No, it's still a miracle. It's a miracle every time. Every time a baby's born healthy, it's a miracle, right? All these little things. Thank you, Solus. I wish you a very happy Friday, a wonderful week. If you're interested in finding out more about what I do, you can visit my website, www.margaretsample.com. I'm making new necklaces. I'm making more bracelets. I'm having so much fun. You can see my workshop there behind me. Anyway, and check out my Spirited Inside Hive. All right. I wish you all a wonderful week. Mwah. Love you to all. Okay. Bye now.